Casio made a budget sport watch. And if G-Shock, the bigger brother, can make such sport watches for well above $100, Casio can do it for $60. Recently, Casio launched a new line, the WS-B1000 model, a reverse square with sport functions for those who are looking for a watch which tells more than just the time. So, if you're a runner, this step tracker is the right budget alternative for you. This is the kind of a watch which needs to sit on the wrist to provide data while you're working or while you're doing your daily activities, and that's why this model is tailored to serve this purpose. It feels the type of a support watch which can live on the right hand wrist as the one which provides data, where on the left hand wrist it can be populated by an automatic one. Why not? I personally find it awkward to wear two watches on the wrist in the same time. Maximum a heart rate bracelet maybe, but I can't see myself wearing two big cases on the wrist simultaneously. But that's me. So the WS-B1000 must be the affordable alternative to the previously reviewed GD-B500, the watch which I considered as being inspired from the Santos de Cartier model, but people strongly disagreed with me. However, by launching this model, it shows that Casio is considering this type of sport line in this specific aspect ratio 9:16, not 16:9 as the normal squares. And it's interesting because, in my opinion, besides being ergonomically well made to sit well on the wrist, it provides a bit of elegance to the product and the X factor of the connectivity. I think these two sports models look very distinct from the normal squares, and Casio's having a slightly different niche of people, the ones which are interested in sports. Now, as product quality, you'll be surprised to know that Casios are getting better and better, sharper and more exciting, unveiling interesting combos of accents with softer materials, which is the case with this model. As looks, there is the interesting octagonal grey bezel pinned by 4 screws to offer that industrial look, which serve as the main highlight of the watch design. It is not metallic but made from resin, coated in a way to create a sufficient contrast with the matted navy tone. And what is interesting, the B1000 is created with the function first approach in mind, with a slim profile, a comfortable strap, a friendlier tactile surface, and oversized buttons to be actioned with ease while running, for instance. Having a dedicated left bottom button for browsing the modes or start the Bluetooth pairing. But that's not it. It has a dedicated button for lap counting or reset at 6 o'clock. Casio here considering that the iconic backlight central button must serve as a sports start-stop function, which I think it's nice because it adds a niched purpose to this model. And to demonstrate the durable capabilities of this watch, on top there is an extra mineral glass acting as a protective window for the digital display. And I like quite a lot the multi-layered elements within the dial with the inner contrasted bezel and the positive display. And I also love that although it has a left-hand side backlight, the light gets even throughout the dial, making it readable from any angle. And the wow factor about this watch is the fact that has connectivity via Bluetooth with a smartphone, obviously needs to have the Casio app installed, which basically offers the ability to sync your time zone, but also to check how many steps you've made or how many calories you burned. Even check the laps you did if you use the lap time counting feature. Having also phone finder, live log data, and so on. So from my perspective, I paired the watch and I did some steps just to see how the gyroscope works, and it feels pretty accurate. Is this in the end a G-Shock killer? Well, I think so. According to the GPHG judgment, it mostly does the same things as the more expensive G-Shocks, and it is offered for half the price of them. So it makes sense. As specs, you'll see the watch wears pretty small on the wrist, measuring 41mm in diameter with 46mm as lug tip to lug tip, has 12mm in height, 19mm between the lugs, and weighs 36 grams, so super lightweight. Has a resin construction with a double secure display, has 10 bar as waterproofness, which is more than enough for sports and outdoor activities, and inside we have a new module which is equipped with Bluetooth connectivity, allowing the watch to be paired with a smartphone for sports data and daily activities or time zone syncing. Now, in regard to the sizing, this model, as I was mentioning in the beginning of the video, has the right presence to be interpreted as a supporting sports bracelet rather than the main watch on the wrist. This model wears very slim, and being taller than wider in aspect ratio, it looks discreet and nicely tailored to sit well on the wrist. The strap helps as well, being very slim without an intermediary accordion. It hugs the wrist very well and it does not put pressure on the skin surface. Because the strap is thin and flexible, but the material feels softer than any regular G-Shocks, having a retainer and a buckle, both finished in black from resin, respectively plastic. So that is it, my friends. Hope you enjoyed this short episode as well. With the usual curiosity, what do you think about this new Casio step tracker? Please let me know in the comments below. And as usual, if you're new around, please consider subscribing for future episodes. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching, and until next time, be brave and stay safe.